Good afternoon, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today's practice will be a detox class. We'll focus on movements and practices that stimulate Apana Vayu. Apana Vayu is the downward and outward energy of the body. We'll do some postures that stimulate the digestive tract and move your bowels. Nauli, Kapalabhati Pranayam. Not only does Apana guide the elimination of physical waste, but at the mental level, Apana removes negative thoughts and emotions. This will be a great practice to do if you ate too much, drank too much, if you've been constipated, or just feeling heavy and weighed down. Come into a comfortable seated position. We'll place the hands in Apana mudra. Bring your middle finger, ring finger, and the thumb to touch. And then rest your hands, palms up on the legs. This mudra is used to purify the body, and it also balances the elements of fire, space, and earth within your body. Take a few calm breaths in and out through your nose. And notice at the very bottom of your exhale, when all the stale air is out of the lungs, there's a brief pause. A sense of spaciousness, stillness. Rest in the base of your exhales. When Apana is in balance, we can experience it as a sense of grounding and stability. Apana is all about release, physical, mental, and emotional release. In the same way we're mindful of what we take into our bodies and minds, we have to put equal effort into the proper release of the energy that we take in. Letting go of destructive thoughts, negative thoughts, also letting go of physical toxins. This is all the work of Apana Vayu. Take a few more deep breaths, focusing on the space below the navel, above the pubic bone. You can slowly make your way onto your back now. Stretch your arms and your legs up overhead. Circle around your wrist and your ankles. And hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze in. Inhale. Reach back up. Exhale, draw in. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. Keep going. This time, extend your legs out to the front on the inhale. And on the exhale, draw in. Keep going. Inhale, lengthen out in both directions. Exhale, curl in. See if you can lift your chest, bring your forehead all the way into the knees on the exhale. And stretch everything out. Bring just your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers around the shin. Get a little deeper into the hip. Let your legs slide down the rib cage and bring your knee closer to your right shoulder, compressing the ascending colon that runs along the right side of your abdomen. And switch. Left knee in, compressing the descending colon that runs along the left side of your abdomen. Flex your right foot, stretch through your heel. Pull equally with both arms, keep your shoulders on the mat. This time bring both knees in, wrap your arms up and over. Gently rock your legs from side to side. Keep the knees bent, extend your arms out to a T, palms down, and keep going with that rocking motion, legs side to side. If your back is sensitive, you'll just make this movement a little smaller. And if it feels okay on your back, you'll make the movements wider. Almost coming into a reclined twist as you bring the legs off side to side. And if you're comfortable here, straighten the legs as you continue this movement. This posture is called Jatara Parivartanasana. Keep both shoulders on the mat. And then draw both knees in. Wrap your arms up and over, squeeze in. Compressing the transverse colon that runs right to left across the top of your abdomen. Roll over to one side and press yourself up to standing at the top of your mat. Take your feet hip-width distance parallel to one another and sit back and down into chair pose and then come back up. Inhale the arms up, sit back into chair pose, and exhale as you come up. Inhale, sit back and down. Exhale, come up. Keep going. Keep the knees hip-width distance, the feet hip-width distance and parallel to one another. Imagine you have a block between the thighs. Hug in on that block to help keep your knees and your hips stable. And keep going, moving at your own pace. Release. Step your feet out even wider, almost as wide as your mat, and we'll come into Malasana. If this is too much for your knees, hips, or ankles, you can sit on your block here or just don't sit down as far. Then straighten the legs, straighten out the feet, come into a forward fold. Relax your head and your neck. We'll switch between these two a couple more times. Grab opposite elbows. We'll take a nice long hold here in ragdoll. Relax your back, your neck, your head. And slowly round up, shaking out any little tight spots along the way up. Come all the way up to standing. Step the feet out even wider. Bend your knees and bring your hands to the tops of the thighs. We'll do a few rounds of Nauli. This is a cleansing technique, an internal cleansing for your digestive tract. If you aren't familiar with this practice, you can check out a different video that explains the proper practice. You can do this seated or standing. Widen the feet even more. We'll come into goddess pose. It's important your middle toe points in the same direction as your knee. And press your knees back. Try and keep them in line over the ankles. Arms straight. Drop one shoulder in at a time. Taking a gentle twist for your low back and your abdominal organs. Release, straighten the legs. Inhale the arms up nice and wide. On your exhale, bend the knees, sit down. Inhale, legs straight, reach up. Gaze up, exhale, sit the hips a little lower. Keep going. Inhale, reach up, exhale, sit down. And release, hands to the hips. One more time, we'll take Malasana. Focus on the grounding through the hips, the pelvic floor, the heels. You can take a few gentle rocks from side to side. And make your way all the way to seated on your mat. Walk the sits bones back, flex your feet towards you. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward into a deep forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You can relax your hands comfortably wherever they reach, maybe the shins, the ankles, or all the way around the big toes. Tilt the pelvis forward over your thighs. Relax your shoulders, the back of your neck. If your hamstrings are really tight, bend your knees a little bit. It'll help relax your low back. And release. Bend your knees a bit more and take the feet a little bit wider. On the inhale, reach your arms up. Gaze up. And on the exhale, round the spine, sweep the arms up and back. A few more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round. Bring the head all the way between the ankles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. This will help to stimulate the peristaltic motion in the abdomen, which helps move your digestive tract along. Release your arms to your side. Cross your left leg in front of you. Bend the right knee to your chest. Right foot up and over the knee. Right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm up. On your exhale, twist to the right. On the inhales, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. On the exhales, twist a little deeper. Calm, steady breaths here to stretch the connective tissue between the lungs, the rib cage, the spine. And release. Walk your hands off to the left for a little counter twist. Switch your legs, right leg in front, left foot up and over. Left arm behind you, inhale the right arm up, hook your elbow outside your knee. Remember on your inhales, lift your chest, lengthen up through the back of the neck, the crown of the head. And on your exhales, twist a little deeper. Start your twist from the belly first, then the chest, the rib cage, the shoulders, and the head. Slowly release, walk your hands off to the right for a counter twist. Make your way onto your back. Walk your feet in so you can almost touch those little ankle bones on the side. Keep your feet hip-width distance and parallel to one another. On the inhales, press down through the heels, lift your hips into bridge pose. And on the exhales, bring your knees to your chest, reach your arms up and over, curl in. Do that a few more times. On your inhales, hips up, bridge pose. And on the exhales, curl in. Inhale, hips up, bridge pose. Exhale, hips down, curl in. Grab the big toes or the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Open your knees and your ankles nice and wide. If it feels good for your low back, you can rock from side to side. Bring the soles of your feet together. Interlace the fingers around the feet. Draw the heels in a little closer. Breathe deep into the pelvic floor, the abdominal region. Release. Bring your knees together. Let both legs fall off to the right for a reclined twist. Open your arms, gaze to the left. Head and knees to center. Switch sides. Legs to the left, head to the right. Completely relax your body here. Anywhere you feel you're resisting the posture or trying to hold yourself up, soften your legs, your glutes, your shoulders, and come back to center. Take the legs all the way up and over your head, almost like you're coming into plow, and then rock lengthwise on the mat. Rock yourself all the way up to seated and come back to a comfortable seated position. Take Take a few breaths here. We'll begin Kapalabhati breathing. Bring the palm of your right hand to your low belly to kind of emphasize the movement. So the head, neck, and shoulders stay relaxed. The effort is only on the exhale, a sharp exhale to force the stale air out of the lungs as you draw the belly in and up. Let the inhales be passive. Release. Breathe normally. One more round. The only effort on the exhale, forcing the stale air out. Let your inhales be passive. Breathing out the carbon dioxide, any of the other respiratory toxins, clearing them from the body. This also helps to steady and calm the mind. You can continue to breathe normally here, or on your exhales, engage Mula Bandha, drawing up on the pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha, drawing the belly in and up, Jalandhara Bandha, bringing the chin to the chest. Release these bandhas before you inhale. Last time. Taking a few more breaths here in stillness and silence. Focus your attention on the area below the navel and above the pubic bone. Have a peaceful day. Namaste.